Matteo, we are going live.
Yep.
You're in Milan, you have this huge cosmopolitan city, and then here's this beautiful architecture of a building that's the University of Cattolica.
We have the opportunity to study in a historical place. There's beautiful columns all over campus.
And when you walk through the corridors, you have this grass patio and all the beautiful small details which you can see. You kind of like live and breathe the Cattolica University when you're here.
The amount of friends you make here is phenomenal. I mean, everyone here is open to meeting new people, especially the international students, because everyone's here to experience something amazing.
I think the teachers and the professors are very helpful, and they also have authority that I really like. You want to listen to them. You know that they're experienced, and I've been learning a lot being here.
They are so friendly, the professors. After class, you can go and interact with them. If you had any problem, they'll always be willing to help you.
Here, most of the classes are roughly 20 to 30 people. So they're quite intimate, they're quite open to discussion with the teachers.
Faculty and staff are the most helpful people I've ever seen in a student office before. It's literally, they will help you every step of the way, take you from one office to the next and beyond until you get everything you need. Coming to Italy, there's no way I would have been able to do that on my own without someone guiding me along the way.
We help international students in finding accommodation with their visa or in looking for academic courses.
We have, I believe, more than 100 nationalities. Now that has really good effects for both the student and for us as staff members.
I think Italian people really know how to enjoy life.
You know, if something's happening here in Italy, it's definitely happening here in Milan.
Talk to locals and learn from them and really live the Italian lifestyle.
It's a great university. I mean, it's in the heart of the city, and around here you have tons of cafes, tons of restaurants, shopping experiences.
I love Milan. It's an amazing city.
You have a great location and a great university all in one.
Cattolica is a university that I don't want to leave. It's incredible. It really is. I mean, just do it. Yeah.
Добър вечер на всички. Здравейте, благодаря ви, че се присъединихте към събитието на Cattolica University. Нещо се получи. Пауло, сигурно ти звъни телефона. Още веднъж добър вечер. Днес сме се събрали Матео, Паула. Матео е представител на Католика, който ще ни разкаже малко повече за възможностите за обучение в университета. Ще ни каже и кога се отваря колът за кандидатстване. Паула, която е бивша студентка и сега се включва от Цюрих, за да ни разкаже какъв е студентският живот в Милано. и моите колеги Ивелина и Катя, които накрая ще помагат с въпросите и отговорите, като ги превеждат и предават на Матео. Бих ви помолил да задавате въпросите си в чат секцията, а не в Q&A, за да може след това, за да ви е по-лесно да ги обобщиме и да отговорим на всичките въпроси. Well, Matteo, it's your turn now. You can start the presentation.
Well, thank you very much, Dimitar. Thank you very much to all the Skylines team for the organization of this event and for supporting us with our recruitment activities in Bulgaria since already, I don't know, how many years? 10 years already now?
I think so, Matteo. I can't count more.
Something like that. Well, a long time anyway. So we are going to have a short presentation just for you to have the most important information about our university. Then, as Dimitar already said, we are going to have the chance to hear the personal experience of one of our previous student that has been also a colleague in the international office because she worked for 1 year in the recruitment office. So she experienced the university under the point of view of the employees of the university and also of the students of the university. Then, of course, we are going to be open to questions about any specific program or any detail we don't have the time to go through during the presentation. So just a few words about the university. Cattolica is a private university, is a very large institution, is in fact the largest private university in Europe. As for number of students. We have 4 main campuses. Here you can see in the map all the locations. The oldest campus and the main campus is the campus in Milan. The second largest campus is the campus in Rome that is focused mainly on medicine and surgery and all related programs in the area. In the campus in Rome, the university owns one of the largest hospitals of the country. And so this is why we have all teachings related to this field are delivered in the campus in Rome. Then, as marked as number 2, here we have the 2 campuses of Piacence and Cremona. These are 2 smaller cities located 60 kilometers south from Milano, in the middle of the so-called the Italian Food Valley. So this is where we teach all programs that are related to food and agriculture. And then last but not least, we have our campus in Brescia, where we activated this year a couple of master programs that are quite technical, very interesting. A few words, especially about Milano, which is, as I said, our main campus and is the campus where we host the majority of our international students and where we offer the majority of our English taught programs. The campus in Milan is located in the historical city center. If you know Milano, if you have visited Milano, you can recognize the cathedral here in this slide. This is the Duomo di Milano. And the campus is located 5 minutes walking away from the Duomo. So we are in a very nice central historical area of the city. Milano is certainly the most important city when it comes to the national economy because just the Lombardy region, so the region around Milano, generates pretty much 25% of the Italian GDP, meaning that 1/4 of the richness of the country is generated in the areas immediately surrounding Milano. So it's certainly a great city for connection. It's a very international environment, not only the city, but of course, this international environment is reflected also in the university. We are proud to have more than 130 different nationalities represented. So this is really a plus that the university can offer, especially on the English programs, a very interesting international diversity in class. So you will have the chance to meet students from everywhere in the world. Milano, as you know, is not just a business center, a business capital. It's also a very interesting city to live. I'm sure you know, it's a fashion capital, it's a design capital. So it's really an happening place, and it's really the right location for young students to spend their study abroad experience. I already said about the campus in Rome, dedicated mainly to medicine and surgery, I would say for 95% of its capacity, because it's connected to the Ospedale Gemelli, one of the largest of the country. So here we have the unique chance to involve our students into practical activities in the hospital of the university. This is something that we do for all our programs. So the same applies, for example, to the campuses of Piacence and Cremona. So here, as I said before, we are in the middle of the Italian Food Valley. So it's where we are able to properly cooperate with all companies related to food, agriculture, food export, that as you probably know, is one of the most important sector of the Italian economy. So here we cooperate with plenty of important companies such as Barilla, Parmalat, Mutti, that probably are the ones that are most known international, but also with plenty of medium to small producer that are actually producing the top products that we are famous for all over the world. So, as I said, last but not least is our campus in Brescia, a very interesting city, always very close to Milano. So also for our students, the chance to also live the experience of the big city, because it's like we are talking about 60 kilometers, so 1 hour train away from Milano. Here we have a couple of technical programs that are have been activated this year that we are going to see in a minute in the list of programs available at the university. So we said about the locations, certainly one of the key factors of the study abroad experience, because of course I'm sure you want to spend your next few years in a city that can be interesting, where you can make connection, where you can meet other students coming from all over the world, where you can have job opportunities. But of course, the location in itself is not enough. So you need a quality university for your study abroad experience, a university that is able to prepare you in the best possible way under the academic point of view, and a university that is able to really help you in finding a job immediately after finishing. So Cattolica, for these two point of view, can really offer some solid guarantees, because Cattolica has 12 different schools, departments or study fields available. And for all of them, we have excellent academic rankings. So we are talking about faculties such as medicine, for example, ranked last year among the top 100 in the world. The Faculty of Economics and Management, which is the one offering the majority of our English taught programs, has been ranked among the top 150 internationally. So this is to tell you that no matter what you choose to study at Cattolica, you can expect a very, very high academic standards. Even Cattolica has even better rankings when it comes to employability. So we are really one of the best universities all over the world for general employability. Last year, we have been ranked among the top 130 universities all over the world, 77 for partnership with employers, meaning that not only our graduates, our students are among the first ones that companies are looking for, but it means that we also cooperate a lot with companies. That means that for our students is a unique opportunity to be exposed to company throughout the study experience and not just after graduation. And we have been ranked last year for first in Italy for connection students employers. So we have plenty of internships available. Approximately we activate more than 6,000 every year. We have 2 events every year. We hope to be able to organize them live again. where we invite plenty of company partners at the university. And this is a great chance for our students to meet them, to submit CVs, and start to look for job opportunities directly during the studies and directly in campus. 100 years of history that we are celebrating now, that reflects the, of course, the historical value of the university, how connected we are to the territory, to the local companies, but also to the international one. More than 40,000 students across all campuses, and this makes Cattolica the largest private university in Europe. Very quickly about the system of education in Italy. We have 13 years of education before the university. 12 is the minimum number of years required to enter our bachelor's, that normally lasts for 3 years, following which our students can choose between a specializing master for 1 year or a master of science for 2 years. Only 2 exceptions to the system. Law, 5 years is a one cycle program for 5 years, so there is no bachelor and master, but just one program for 5 years. And medicine, completely different structure, is 6 years of general bachelor or medical degree, following which there are 4 years of specializations. Now, I'm going to introduce you to the English taught programs available for the following intake that is going to be September 2021. All bachelor programs will start, we have only one intake, so they all start in September every year. We have 4 of them that are taught in Milano: communication management, economics and management, international relation and global affairs, and psychology. 1 in Rome, medicine and surgery, and 1 in Piacence, food production management. Very, very quickly about medicine, if there is anybody who is interested in the program, this is the only program for which applications are already open. Medicine has a very different application and evaluation process. So there is going to be an entry test at the end of February for the EU pool, so for all European students. So it's very important to send your application, because after completing the application, you can access to a simulator to exercise for the test. So the more you exercise, the higher are your chances to pass the test, that is actually quite tough and quite complicated. So it's necessary, absolutely, to apply as soon as possible to the program. For all other programs, we are going to check now very quickly the deadlines and the main requirements. Application for all other bachelors and for all other masters starting in September will open shortly, in a couple of weeks from now. And also for this program will be quite relevant to send an early application. About master programs, the 2 main groups of programs available at the university are the 2 years Master of Science and the 1 year specializing master. So as you can easily see, one of the main differences is about the duration of the program. So 2 years against 1. Let's say that then the main difference stands in the academic approach. About the 2 years Master of Science, we are talking about programs that are stronger under the academic point of view. So this is why we are only looking for students coming from the same or a very similar academic background for those programs, because the level of the class is quite advanced, and so we need students who have all the same background to start the class at the same level. This is the only kind of master that opens to PhDs. So if you know already that you want to continue your studies at a PhD level for a research project, you must complete a 2 years Master of Science that delivers 120 university credits. So normally for the 2 years Master of Science, you can expect the first year and a half to be more focused on the academic part of the program, while the last 6 months are more focused on more practical kind of activities, being an internship, a practical research project, or the final thesis that all students are asked to present at the end of the program. The 1 year specializing master instead is a more practical kind of program, more focused on the profession right from the beginning of it. Here normally we have smaller classes, so also the teaching approach is more practical, is more focused on real cases of companies, is more focused on group works. So there is less, let's say, academic studies, but more practical involvement of the students. So 7 months in class plus 3 months of practical project. More than often is an internship, but can be other kind of projects that are always coordinated by one external partner from partner companies and one of the professors of the program. Here we have a very long list of programs. So the suggestion I can give you now to check quickly now these 2-3 slides that I'm going to show, but the best thing is to refer to our colleagues of Skylines. They know very well the programs of the university. They know very well the requirements, the application system. So also based on your academic background, on your curriculum and your goals, they can really suggest you the programs where you have higher chances to be admitted. As I said before, for the 2 years master program, it's very important, or it's key, is necessary to come from the same academic background. Why, if you are thinking to switch your field of studies, for example, students with a degree in engineering or political science wishing to switch to business, cannot consider, for example, our 2 years master in management, but they can certainly consider the 1 year specializing master in international business, for example, or the one in strategic management for global business. So once again, we offer plenty of masters, going from communication to marketing to finance to data analysis, luxury management for all the field of fashion, but not only, that is so important for the Milanese economy. So several programs in political science, such as cultural diplomacy, international cooperation and development. So plenty of different options at the master level. So the best thing it's really to get in touch with the university or our partners of Skylines to understand what is the program that it can be the right fit for you, given your academic background and your goals. Naturally, the university offers a very high number of Italian taught programs. Every year we enroll students coming from Bulgaria that speak perfect Italian. So I know that some of you might be interested in our Italian taught programs. Of course, we don't have the time to go through all the academic offer of the university tonight, but if there is any program you are particularly interested in, this is a good chance for you to write your question, your doubts in the chat. So after the presentation, we can try to help you. As you can see from the slide, over 40 undergraduate programs, over 40 graduate programs, over 100 specializing masters. So there is really a huge list of programs you can choose from. Tuition fees and scholarship, which is another key information. So Cattolica, in Università Cattolica, the fees for all European students are calculated according to the family income. Once again, referring to my colleagues of Skylines can also facilitate you to have an idea, a precise idea of the fees that you can expect to pay at the university according to your family income. There are some documents to be collected, to be presented at the university for, of course, a more precise calculation, but my colleagues can certainly give you an idea of what you can expect. It's minimum 3,500 up to 8,700 for bachelors. Pretty much the same amount for the 2 years Master of Science. Medicine is the most expensive program and goes from 7,000 up to 16,000 per year. Always according to the family income. For all 1 year specializing master, there is a flat fee for all students, so there is no calculation of the family income. The flat is the same for all the class. The cost of these programs goes from 7,000 euros for the ones more in the humanistic side, up to 12,000 euros for the programs in the field of international management, for example. We do offer interesting scholarships. So there are the so-called regional scholarships available at the university. So this is a state funding that is also available for students attending private universities. This is an excellent scholarship. Maybe Paola, you can then add a few words about the scholarship, since you know very well the process. Again, it's based on the income of the family. And for this scholarship, you need to be officially enrolled at the university. So this is something you cannot count on 100% before you start your studies. So you enroll in September, you present your application for the income-based scholarship. The results are available in December. It's an excellent opportunity because students who get this scholarship, they have the complete exemption from the tuition fee, plus a money contribution up to 5,000 euros, according to where students place themselves into the ranking. Once again, both Paola and my colleagues of Skylines can give you plenty of information in the following days on how to prepare at the best all documents necessary for the application for the scholarship. Also about application for all programs. So here you can see quickly some of the deadlines and the requirements. So let's say that as for the bachelors, the most important is to have very high grades, generally speaking, and in key subjects. For example, if you are interested in economics and management, it's key to have high grades in mathematics. If you don't, it's necessary to present an SAT. So as you can imagine, we are a university offering plenty of different programs in plenty of different study areas. So the requirements might change a lot from program to program. So once again, it's best to check every program on our website, or even better to check with our colleagues of Skylines for the programs you are interested in, what are the key requirements. It's important to have a language certificate. Is necessary at the moment of the application for the bachelor programs. Is necessary for the master programs, but you can submit your application for master programs and receive a conditional admission, so you can send it later on. So there is a little bit more of flexibility for master applicants, while for bachelor applicants you must have the certificate at the moment of the application. About the application and the deadlines, as I said before, applications are going to open quite soon. For European students, the application timeline is very long. So there are several admission rounds from here to mid-April, or maybe a little longer for European students. So it's plenty of time, but just let me give you a couple of suggestions. Do not wait too long to send your application because some of our programs, especially at the bachelor level, are competitive. So the closer we go to the beginning of the classes, we have less places to offer. So it's really, really important to send an early application for to make your life easier. Just one other thing before I leave the virtual stage to my colleague Paola. Do not consider Milano or Cattolica as a final destination. Cattolica has plenty of opportunity of exchange that can be for a few months, can be for a semester, for a full year, plenty of language programs, internships abroad. We really cooperate with top universities all over the world, Stanford, CLA, Boston University, just to mention some. So really take advantage of the exchange programs that are offered by the university. Every year, my colleagues from the international department, they meet all our student community, so national and international students, to let you know, according to your program of studies, what are all the options available for you. But as I said, take it into consideration, because you will have the chance to study for a few months in a partner university, very well considered internationally, and this can make your study experience even richer. Okay, so this is the time for Paola to start her speech. Paula, I don't know if you can move the presentation. I guess you cannot. So just let me know when I can go back and forward with the slides.
Okay, thank you.
Please, Paula.
Аз мога да продължа на български. Добър вечер на всички. Предполагам вече сме се виждали виртуално или наживо. И много се радвам, че за пореден път ще съм част от презентация на Католика, заедно с Skylines. Накратко, казвам се Паула и завърших миналата година в Католика. Бакалавъра ми беше на италиански и програмата беше чужди езици за международните отношения. Ако започнем хронологично, всъщност всичко започна от презентациите на Католика по време на Study in Italy. 2 поредни години посещавах изложението и разбрах, че Католика е университета за мен. И тогава заедно с помощта на екипа на Skylines задействахме целият процес на кандидатстване. И определено те бяха тогава най-голямата ми помощ, защото всичко беше ново, непознато. А те вече доста добре познаваха процеса, така че тогава се доверих изцяло на тях. Относно обучението, моята програма, както вече споменах, беше преподавана изцяло на италиански, което изискваше едно минимално познание от ниво B2 на италиански език. Аз не бях учила в училище за италиански, така че се наложи да направя няколко курса предварително. И освен това, направих курса, предлаган от университета, който беше през септември месец. Едномесечен интензивен курс и определено ми беше полезен, за да достигна това ниво B2, като далеч не се спира там. След това няма да е лесно в началото да учиш на различен език, но ставаш се по-добър и по-добър, стига да имаш желанието. Относно настаняването, имах късмета да бъда одобрена за общежитията на университета, които всъщност са разделени, общежития за момичета и момчета, и преминах през един тест, след това нещо като кратки интервюта с представители на общежитията и изисква се и познание на италиански. И след този етап вече бях одобрена за общежитията. Беше определено голямо облекчение, защото са разположени близо до университета. Освен това се запознаваш с други хора много по-лесно. Всяко общежитие има столова, което също помага. И предвид, че аз имах пълната стипендия, общежитието ми също беше покрито от тази стипендия. Относно стипендията, отново в етапа с документите разчитах изцяло на помощта на Skylines, като трябва да кажа, че за първата година, както и Матео спомена, се взима предвид само семейните доходи. След това вече от втората година трябва да, освен семейните доходи, се взима предвид и успешно взетите изпити. Всеки изпит ви дава определен брой кредити и трябва да сте взели почти всички изпити успешно, за да може да се класирате за стипендия отново. Другото, което е интересно за изпитите в Италия като цяло, че дават свободата да избереш на коя дата искаш да направиш изпита. За всеки изпит имаш около 3 дати. Така че ако смяташ, че няма да си готов за първата дата, можеш да се запишеш за втората. Ако пък не го вземеш, имаш правото и да се явиш и на следваща, така че няма нищо страшно от тази гледна точка. Виждате в долната част на слайда снимки от едногодишното ми преживяване като student work към международния офис, заедно с Матео и неговите колеги, където по време на 3-та ми година имах възможност да работя почасово. Съчетавах го с лекции и изпити, което не беше лесно, но пък имах огромно желание да натрупам този опит, така че трябваше да намеря и начин и беше определено най-интересната година от целия ми престой там. И това ми даде възможност дори да пътувам, където представях университета на международни изложения, например в Грузия, Париж, няколко пъти в България по време на студийните, така че беше определено нещо, което ме научи на много. We can go to the next slide, Матео. Thank you. Това е относно живота в Милано и в Италия като цяло. Мисля, че няма две мнения. Храната е страхотна, хората са страхотни. Милано особено дава възможности постоянно да се срещате с нови хора. През цялата година има международни събития, които се случват именно там, като например седмица на дизайна, седмица на архитектурата, седмица на модата, където имах шанса също да ида за първи път и беше определено уникално преживяване. Освен това, имате постоянно, освен събитията, излизания с приятели, така че относно живота в Милано никога не би било скучно със сигурност. Okay, the next slide, please. Тук вече идваме към етапа след Католика, където имах възможността да правя стаж в началото на тази година, благодарение на порталът Stage and Placement на Католика. За жалост, стажът приключи по-рано от предвиденото поради ситуацията в момента, но от януари до март бях в Мадрид, където правих стаж към Италианската търговска камара, след което се прибрах вкъщи за малко и успях да намеря работа, вече постоянна работа тук в Швейцария, към една от най-големите образователни организации ИЕФ. Те имат свой университет и тук се намира всъщност главният им офис. От 2 месеца вече съм тук и винаги, когато съм кандидатствала до сега за стаж или работа, оценявам какво предимство ми дава това, че съм учила в Католика, защото винаги, когато разговарям с хора от чужбина, особено пък ако са италианци, само фактът, че казвайки името Католика, определено ти дава една крачка напред, предимство и го оценявам и осъзнавам всеки един път, когато съм кандидатствала до момента, така че това определено беше най-доброто решение, което взех относно този етап от образованието ми. Ако имате въпроси, после ще се радвам да отговоря и да помогна. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paola. Okay, I think that from our side, that was it. So now we are, of course, happy to answer any question. I don't know if Evelina, if you need to add anything. Otherwise, we can check some of the questions.
No, I think you said it all, at least for now. We do have some questions, but we try to answer them in the chat session. For example, one of the
We cannot hear very well, Evelina.
Иван, не се чува много. But anyway, there's one last question because we answered the previous ones. Evelyn answered about the acceptance process. What do you need to do to get accepted? But we asked for which program, and we're still waiting for an answer from the girl who asked the question.
Okay. Well, anyway, generally speaking, the process, the general process is the same for all programs, meaning that you need to go online from the university website, start your application, fill a form, and upload on the system the required documents. Let's say that generally speaking, for bachelors, we need the results of the high school for the last 2 years. English certificate, a motivation letter, and possibly a reference letter from one of your professor in high school. Then, of course, any other certificate that you think is relevant or helpful for the selection, knowledge of other international languages or some international experience or whatever you think is relevant for the selection. For master programs, you need to enclose the transcripts at the moment, the most updated transcript at the moment of the application. So do not worry if you don't have the final high school diploma or the final bachelor diploma, because we can absolutely accept transcript attesting what you have done until the moment of the application. Then, as I said, for some programs, there are some additional requirements. For example, for economics and management at the bachelor level, for students who do not have particularly high grades, especially in mathematics, would be recommended to enclose the SAT to the application. But then once again, every program has slightly different requirements.
Matteo, there's a question about the Ielts. Since the dates are now, they can't take the exam right now because of the quarantine.
Yeah, so we had the same problem in March, last March. More than likely, Ielts Toefl will be again offering the online version of the test. If it's not possible to sit for an Ielts or TOEFL, the university will accept also for this year the Duolingo test, which is another online exam that can be done in a very short time, and the results are immediately available.
There's a question, yeah, sorry. It's about SAT. Do we need to attach SAT score for a bachelor application? But you already answered that it's not compulsory.
No, it's not compulsory. It is suggested only for students who do not have already very high grades, especially in math, but is not a mandatory requirement. So if you do have it already, of course, with a good score, of course, is a plus. So you are very welcome to enclose it to your application, but it's not a mandatory requirement.
There is also one question here. What is the percentage of the passing rate for one-year masters? So how many students do graduate?
How many are selected compared to the number of applications? That's the question.
No. How many, when they start, if there is a drop rate, drop down rate?
Well, of course, we have units few students who leave the programs, but especially on the one-year master program, this is, I would say, probably the sector where we have the drop rate at the minimum. We are talking about units.
Okay. Well, Matteo, most of the other questions you've already covered in your presentation. What is the Ielts score required, let's say, for the bachelor's?
Is 6 for Ielts and 80 for TOEFL, generally speaking. But once again, every program might have specific requirements. Some programs, they require 83 for TOEFL or 85, some of the master programs. As a general information, is 6 for Ielts, 80 for TOEFL, and 110 for the Duolingo test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
yes,
perfectly.
Okay, there are two questions, actually one question for two programs from Rosica. She's asking what is the procedure to apply for the two bachelor programs, economics and management, and also for the communication management.
Okay. So let's say that we accept in one application 2 choices. So every student can indicate two choices within one application. This is normally how it works. So we select students for the first choice, and only in case the first selection is not successful for the student, we move on with the second choice. So if you are admitted on your first choice, normally this is the end of the selection program. Then we can apply some flexibility if you change your mind from the moment of the application to the moment you are selected and you prefer to go for your second choice. We can apply some flexibility, but just for you to know, is a second option that is given only in case students are not successful with the first one.
But basically, it's only with documents, the application for these two programs. So there is no testing.
Yeah. Sorry,
nothing
probably I misunderstood the question. Yes, the process, the selection process is based on the documents. So at the bachelor level, really in a few cases, we are going to contact students for a second step, which is the interview. Normally, students are either admitted or rejected only based on the documents that they send.
Mm-hmm. We do not have any other questions right now.
Okay.
Okay, in any case, we will send a follow-up email and we'll inform the students about the deadlines and all the requirements. And also this presentation will be, there is going to be a link in the YouTube channel where the students can see the whole presentation. That's why, Matteo, sorry, okay. Is there another question?
Yes, I just saw that Rosica would like us to explain this in Bulgarian for the application procedure for the two programs. So I can briefly just say to her, здравейте, за двете програми, за които се интересувате, кандидатстването е само по документи, а това, което е важно, че може да изберете една на първо място като желание и за нея ще ви оценят, и друга на второ място, например Communication Management да е на второ място, като ако ви приемат за икономика и менеджмент, си ви приемат за тази програма и ви разглеждат за втората, само ако не ви приемат за първата. Но кандидатстването е по документи, като очакваме да разберем кога ще се отвори самото кандидатстване.
И нещо важно, че езиковият сертификат трябва да е наличен в момента на кандидатстването.
Това е много важно, да.
And Matteo, you mentioned that the application will open in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Middle of December.
Yes, we still don't have a precise date. We are still waiting for the communication, for the admission office to give us a confirmation. It should be the December 15 or very close to this date. So mid-December in any case. Couple of weeks from now.
Cool.
Okay, there is a question for the foreign languages that we can learn while studying our bachelor program. Can you explain more about them?
This is according to the program. If you go on our website, or again, if you contact my colleagues of Skylines, they can let you know. Here, I'm gonna send you a link on our website. Here you can find all the description of all the programs with the curriculum. Some programs, they include 2 other additional foreign languages, for example, the program in economics and management, and some other don't. So some other offer some Italian language classes that are included on the program. So every program is different under this point of view. There is not a rule for all of them. It really is, it's up to the curriculum of each program. So there are some of them, I would say most of them, including other foreign languages, but some other don't. So you can check the curriculum of each program on our website. Normally, for a program that is taught in English, additional foreign languages are normally Spanish, French, German. There are other languages available, but as I said, depending on the program.
Okay, I'm going to explain now in Bulgarian what are we going to do in case the applicants cannot sit Ielts in Bulgaria in December or January. Здравейте! Матео обясни това на английски, аз ще го повторя сега на български. Значи първото, което изчакваме, все пак British Council да обяви дали няма да има дати за присъствено явяване на IELTS до края на декември или януари, когато също може да се явите. В крайен случай, ако няма, ако се канцелират въобще изпитите IELTS или Toefl, макар че Toefl имат Home Edition и може да се действа от вкъщи, но да речем, ако сте решили IELTS и друг изпит не искате да правите, Католика всъщност приема изпит, който изцяло онлайн се провежда, Duolingo се казва той. Просто в момента си преглеждат изискванията за точките, които ще приемат на Duolingo и съвсем скоро това ще бъде налично като информация в техния сайт. Duolingo се държи изцяло онлайн. Например, в къщи и си го правите. Имахме даже кандидати тази година, които 2 с такъв тест бяха приети по време на големия локдаун в България, който продължи повече време. Окей.
Добре, виждам, че няма повече въпроси. Още веднъж да кажа, че в близките 2-3 дни ще изпратиме имейл с линк към презентацията и можете да видите презентация още един път, когато ви е удобно. Също така доста подробна информация за сроковете за кандидатстване, когато излезнат, за необходимите документи и всичко, което ви е необходимо на този етап, за да бъдете успешни кандидати. Matteo, I would like to thank you for this wonderful presentation. Of course, we will be in touch and we'll do the follow-up email as usual. Паула, също благодаря ти и на тебе за това, че се включи. Искрено се надявам да се върнеш малко в България за празниците. Благодаря и на всички участници тази вечер. Надявам се презентацията да била полезна и ще бъдем в контакт в най-скоро време. Matteo, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks to you and thanks to all the students who have attended this presentation. We are going to be in touch. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, Paola.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Лека.